Summer. 8, 7. Summertime, New York City, right?
Summertime, summertime.
Yep, okay.
So what would you and your group like to name your cat?
This is kind of a practice round.
Fluffy.
10 seconds. Yeah, hold up. This one I will tell you, there's no one.
What should you feed your cat? Should you feed your cat a sponge, raw bacon, Pop-Tarts, or a box of Staples?
This whole night is set up just to welcome freshmen. So if you're like, you guys normally do this every year? We do, and it's just solely set to say, hey, welcome.
My name's William. Hey guys. I went to Fishy in like 7th grade, I think, or 8th grade. So I've been here for like 6 years. It's just kind of like a place to get away from like reality, if that makes sense. It's just nice to like come and chill with your friends every week.
Okay. Hi, I'm Josie. I'm gonna be a junior. I go to Centaurus. I like coming to club because I've been going since like the elementary school thing, but that's not really why I come to club. I met all my like really close friends here, and I wouldn't have met them otherwise. So yeah, it's like a really fun place to come, and it's the highlight of my week every week. So yeah.
Hi guys, I'm Katja. I'll be a junior next year. I'm also the Disney Kahoot champion. I go to Boulder. I go to Boulder, and one thing that I love about club is that I just feel like I have a really good community here. When I first came, I was like really scared to engage. It's kind of scary like being with people older than you sometimes, especially like after first jumping into high school and being the youngest there, but I never regretted like joining some of the corny games and just like not being afraid to put yourself out there, so meet some really awesome people.
Hi, I'm Delaney. I'm going to be a junior. What I really love about club is probably similar to Josie. I met a lot of really great people here that I'm really good friends with now, and I wouldn't have met them if I didn't come. And also it's just like a really nice place to talk about things that you wouldn't normally think about, like in your normal weekly schedule, I feel like. And it just has made me a lot closer to God, and just like I said earlier, people that I normally wouldn't know.
That's really helpful. Is when you're stepping into something or you're looking for life change, you're going to get out of it what you put into it. And so if you put in a little bit of time here, you might get a little bit of something out of this. If you decide to be consistent, invest in some friendships, meet people, join us for camps, come on Wednesday nights, like you will get a lot out of it. And ultimately, like, this is a place where we're here for you in times where it's really hard, and then we're also there for you when you are celebrating.
By the way, Megan, if you guys have never met Megan, she is now the assistant director of both middle school and high school. So you guys will see her around. We're excited to have her. It's a good time. So we have been doing this series called Tribes. First week, I'll walk through a little bit later, but we've been doing Tribes, all right? And essentially we chose this because Tribes had to find a way to do life, and they had to figure out the best way to live because it was a life or death situation, right? Like if they didn't have the best way to survive winter, chances are they might not survive winter. right? And so I believe that Tribes has a really great way of showing us what community is all about. And when I look at this community, I think of, wow, we have to find the best way to live life. And I personally believe that the best way to live life is following Jesus. And then tonight, I'm talking about tribes must protect one another. Like, community needs to protect people. And so I think one of the things that's really helpful in understanding, hey, what does it look like for me to help start protecting people? It doesn't mean you need to be strong. And it's not just protecting our friends. How do we protect the person that actually is, like, in our opinion, the worst person in the world, right? That's what we're being asked of here. The Samaritan did the same to that Jewish man who was on the ground. He stopped and helped him, and then also paid more for him to also be taken care of after he left. We're going to jump into some groups out here. Get in circles, 3 of them. But we're going to continue our Tribes series because this summer, as we did in our song word, we're talking about the best way to do life. Anyway, if there's a take-home message I want you guys to take home tonight, it's that to love God with all your heart, love others as He loves you, and to love others as you love yourself, you will become fluent in transformative love. The most important of all the commandments is this: the Lord Yahweh, our God, is one. You are to love the Lord Yahweh, your God, with a passionate heart, from the depths of your soul, with your every thought, and with all your strength. This is the greatest and most supreme commandment. And the second is this: you must love your neighbor and neighbors in the same way you love yourself. You will never find a greater commandment. Loving God then builds to loving yourself. Because, Lord, when I try to love you, I see how you love me. And now I'm learning to love myself a little more. And when I start to love myself, I'm better able to love others. Because, like I said, if I treat others the way I treat myself, that voice in my head, I wouldn't have any friends. Just that critiquing voice. So being more gentle with myself. And what that does then is when you love others, it builds others and you to God. So to basically recap my talk, and what I want to leave you guys with in my last night here is that love God with all your heart. And it doesn't need to take big steps. God sees you for who you are. He's open in relationship right now. And then to love others as He loves you, because that love is unconditional and it's free-flowing. And to love others as you love yourself. And you will become fluent in transformative love, the healthiest language that healthy tribes speak together.
And tonight, we're going to talk about tribes in the sense of that they're meant to grow and expand. That they're meant to get bigger. And certainly you've been here, or if you're new here, you'll probably hear things like Matt or your leaders say, like, hey, invite a friend. And I think often we get stuck on this whole, like, hey, how do we grow and get bigger and our tribe kind of overtake this courtyard. But sometimes I think we get a little bit ahead of ourselves. What I would say is what we see in most Disney movies is that often the protagonist or the main character goes out on some sort of adventure and they find themselves in this situation that is often way too big for themselves to handle. And so that's where we insert like a little animal or another character that's like a small prince or a fish or a mermaid or something comes alongside this main character to help them sort of finish the task that was too big for them because they started out on an adventure that they thought they could be successful in, but it got to be too big for them to handle. And so before we talk about like tribes in the sense that they're meant to grow, I actually think the better conversation is what about a tribe makes it capable to be able to grow? Because what needs to happen in an environment for it to be a place where things could grow? Because it just says good soil, so that doesn't really tell us like what makes soil good, what makes a tribe good that it can grow, what makes your relationship with God be a place where you could grow. Because not only is this about tribes, it's about you and your own relationship with God. I think also we can find some hints of what God is saying we can do in our own relationship with God to be able to grow. So not only is it how does the tribe become a place where it can grow, but how do you personally in your life have a space where you can grow? I think you have to surround yourself with people who are trying to do what it is that you want to do in your life. And have deep, honest, authentic relationships with them. And then lastly, I think we have to believe and know that we are loved and cared for and that we belong. That like, God goes, I love and care for you and see you regardless of
As the leaders, when you guys start talking to each other and you guys start getting curious about each other's lives, we spent all summer talking about community, right? Like how do we be about people who are different than us? How do we be about people and see them for potentially a really hard week that they're having and step out of our comfort zone and just maybe make their life that much better by just acknowledging who they are or getting them coffee or sending a text or a snap, whatever it is, right? So if you're trying to figure out what do I believe in life, I don't know about this whole Jesus thing or this isn't my thing, then Sunday mornings, like you're always welcome to come get free food, but we're going to be spending some time about like asking hard questions. I believe that this place is a place you can find people that will want to do that with you or struggle through it with you or talk about it. But that's my one encouragement as change happens. What is it that you can do to just take one step further and lean into a difficult change? And if you're like, this is the best thing that's ever happened to me, I'm really excited for you. But for those of you who are like, this has been really hard, I feel for you and I feel that, okay? One of the biggest tips that I would just want to give to you all, and leave it, take it, whatever you want, but what is something that you maybe developed or learned in this last year and a half that actually might really benefit you well in the next year to year and a half?
Ready? Here's another go. I used to like the cheese is cool.
And 4 teams, so it should be 4
Yeah, we just need one.
West team. How about we just go color? 2, 1, go! Oh, it's a cool thing! Sorry, I'm gonna throw this at you. You might get... This is a choking hazard. Somebody's gonna get cancer. Oh, I'm sorry, sorry. That was a good. Flower, bro. Get out of here! Flower. Honestly, handfuls of swag.
I said go help Megan.
Flower.
Honestly, handfuls of swag.
I said go help Megan. Ah,
Yay! All right,
I feel like I'm getting